All right. Welcome back, everyone, for another deep dive.
Yes.
We love to get hooked.
Hooked.
Hooked from the first line. And
Absolutely.
we've done this before, so if you're new, just so you know, that's what we do. We take that opening line of a classic book and we just kind of tear it apart. Figure out, does it work? Is it great? What does it tell us?
Yeah.
This time around, we are talking Stephen King.
Ooh.
Pet Sematary. I'm sure you know it. I'm sure you love it.
Oh, yeah.
But we're gonna see if we can find some fresh perspectives, even if you are.
Even if you've read it 100 times.
Even if you've read it 100 times.
Yeah.
Let's just jump right in. I always love to hear what you have to say about openings.
Yeah.
In general.
Well, and especially with King, I think, there's something about King's openings, like just how quickly he just drops you into the atmosphere. He doesn't waste time, no buildup. You're just there.
No, absolutely not. And this is no exception. Let's hear that line again. Louis Creed, who had lost his father at 3 and who had never known a grandfather, was in the habit of thinking of death and of the many forms it might take.
Just that weight, like that weight, that heaviness.
Like, whoa.
Yeah.
It's masterful, I think. King doesn't shy away at all from the darkness, So he puts death right there, front and center, literally with the word choice, but also figuratively. Like we learned about Louis and his early losses, and I think that's so important to establish that theme right away.
Right from the start.
Right from the start. It's like a punch to the gut, like the story's going to be about mortality and grief and all that.
It really is. There's no easing into this one.
No,
we were just thrown right into this world. I was also thinking about the repetition of that phrase.
Yes.
Who had lost, who had never known. Like it creates this really interesting rhythm.
Totally, like a dirge.
Yeah, like a dirge. Does that kind of play into that somberness? Absolutely. And that, by the way, it's called anastrophe, where you invert like the normal word order to put emphasis.
Okay.
And in this case, it just emphasizes that sense of loss, that absence.
Right.
And, almost even foreshadowing that cyclical nature of grief, how it just keeps
coming back.
Keeps coming back around in different forms, which is very interesting.
Absolutely. Now, I know some people might say, right, oh, this is a little on the nose, right? It's a little too direct. What do you say to those people?
I would say that King is so deliberate, right? He knows exactly what he's doing.
Yes.
He's not trying to be subtle here. He's establishing the core of the novel in this one sentence. And don't forget about that, the many forms it might take. Right? That's not just about Louis thinking about death. He's also kind of foreshadowing how these characters are going to die, right? The gruesome accidents, the supernatural stuff, it's all right there. King's telling us that death in the story. It's not a one-time thing.
Right.
It's like a force.
Wow.
Many faces.
I never even thought about it that way.
Yeah.
So, coming back to hooked from the first line.
Yeah.
Does it work?
Yeah.
Does this actually set the stage?
100%.
For everything else?
Think about it. The burial ground, the deaths, people trying to cheat death.
Right.
It all comes back to like the different forms death can take.
It really does.
Like he's giving us a map.
Like it's a map.
To all the horror right from the beginning.
That is a great point.
Yeah.
So I think we can safely say the opening of Pet Sematary.
Oh, yeah.
It really does a lot of work.
Masterclass in tone and foreshadowing.
It is bold. It is direct.
And it just makes you feel uneasy.
It does. It really does. What more could you want from a Stephen King?
Exactly. It's not just a great opening line. It's the perfect opening line.
For this story.
Exactly.
Well, there you have it. I hope you learned something new, even if you've read this book 100 times. And if you haven't, buckle up. And we'll see you next time for another deep dive.
See you then. Bye.
Bye.